This video is brought to you by Mubi, a curated streaming service that showcases fantastic films from all over the world. Start your 1-month free trial right now by going to mubi.com/entertaintheelk. As long as movies have been around, stunts have been there too, helping bring these stories to life in daring and spectacular ways with the use of weapons, vehicles, wires, explosions. But what I want to focus on here is a particular technique that involves stunts, cinematography, and choreography. Did you see it? Okay, let's watch it again. This incredible opening shot to The Place Beyond the Pines is about 3.5 minutes long in total. It starts with Ryan Gosling's character and ends with a dangerous stunt called the Globe of Death, a stunt that apparently only 22 people in the world can perform. So obviously, we know that this isn't Ryan Gosling, but this has been one continuous shot. How do they do this? It's called a Texas switch, or sometimes called a cowboy switch. This deceptively simple trick involves an invisible switch between an actor and stunt double while the camera is still rolling. The switch takes place when the actor temporarily goes off screen, like in The Place Beyond the Pines, or it takes place in camera when the actor goes behind a wall, a car, or some set piece, and then a stunt double emerges on the other side to continue the shot. This also works in the reverse, where a stunt double does an elaborate stunt before going behind an object, with the actor emerging on the other side.
Well, that felt good.
Not every actor is a Buster Keaton, Jackie Chan, or Tom Cruise. They may not have the capabilities to pull off a particular stunt, or maybe the studio backing the movie doesn't want to put their star at risk. And that's where the Texas switch comes into play. Even though the trick is primarily used with actors and stunt doubles, it can also be used with props. In this scene from Poltergeist, the camera pans away from the table, and in those few seconds, the chairs are replaced with a different prop of stacked chairs. Another example is the elaborate staircase fight scene from Atomic Blonde.
And we actually did this we call it a Texas switch, where she gets the real corkscrew from the ground as the camera pans away. So she has a half corkscrew as she's hitting him in the eye, and then I'm like, please don't forget to get the rubber one, but she's a pro.
The illusion is made possible because of the one fluid shot. And the only way to pull it off successfully is with perfectly timed choreography, clever staging, and precise camera movement. In a lot of ways, the Texas switch reminds me of long tracking shots in movies. With so many moving parts working in tandem, it takes a lot to get it right. But when it does work, it's a tool that can help set the tone for the story and help immerse your audience into that world. Think about the Copacabana scene in Goodfellas, or the opening tracking shot from Boogie Nights. The uninterrupted shot gives the audience a clearer sense of the space and how the characters fit into their respective worlds. There's a realism to it, and the Texas switch can help aid in that realism. In The Place Beyond the Pines, director Derek Cianfrance felt that longer takes would be more successful in getting the kind of authenticity he was striving for. We wanted to shoot a lot of film in these long takes. I feel once you cut, there's a security and safety in the cut. There's a lie in the cut. If you don't cut, there's a truthfulness to it. No cuts, you're actually experiencing it. In this case, the lie is off camera when the actor and stunt double switch, but the continuous shot still helps it feel immersive and real. As the audience, you have to really know what you're looking for if you want to spot the switch. But when you surrender that and allow yourself to be fooled, that's where the real movie magic comes into play.
Do it.
In the long fight scene in Atomic Blonde, and the hallway fight scene in the TV show Daredevil, long takes and wide angles allows for clarity, which is so important in a good fight scene. Rapid cutting can disorient the audience. Obvious stunt doubles can pull the audience out of the story too. But subtle Texas switches allows you to keep the audience immersed and wondering how you pulled off certain stunts. With a subtle switch, the audience should have no idea. But there are also overt Texas switches, the kind that bring attention to themselves, and that's usually for comedic effect. In Forrest Gump and Captain America: Winter Soldier, it's used to highlight how impossibly fast the characters are. There's probably no better example of the comedic Texas switch than this scene from The Naked Gun, which satirizes how blatantly obvious they can sometimes be. Let's compare the same type of stunt executed in two different ways. Here's a scene from Bring It On without a Texas switch. You start with a close-up of the actor, cut to a wide of the stunt double doing the stunt, and then cut back to a close-up of the actor finishing the move. There's nothing inherently wrong with this method, but there's nothing exciting or unique about it either. It's the most basic way to accomplish this type of stunt with an obvious stunt double. Now, here's a scene from the TV show Wet Hot American Summer: First Day of Camp. The stunt double does a back handspring out of frame, and in hops Paul Rudd, completing the move in one single shot. Again, there's still a stunt double actually doing the stunt, but there's thought and planning and choreography put into this version in order to pull it off in the same single shot. It's a guerrilla style of filmmaking that just feels more charming. A lot of directors have utilized the Texas switch, but I don't think anyone has used it more effectively and uniquely than Edgar Wright. His energetic and innovative approach to action and comedy is perfectly catered for the Texas switch. He can do them subtly, so the audience doesn't even notice, like this switch in The World's End. And this one in Baby Driver. But he can also use the Texas switch for comedic effect, like this scene in Hot Fuzz. And probably my favorite Texas switch of all time from Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
Is Scott here?
You know what? He just left.
Stunts can always be shot and spliced together. Like Derek Cianfront said, there's security and safety in a cut. But there's so many more unique and interesting ways to film a stunt, like with the Texas switch. Ways that leave the audience wondering, how the hell did they accomplish that? Ways that really feel like movie magic. One of the most iconic stunts in movie history is this moment right here from Steamboat Bill Jr., and that's Buster Keaton, an actor, writer, director best known for his work during the silent era, who is also well known for doing his own insane stunts. And what many film historians consider to be his best movie, The General, is now streaming on Mubi. Mubi is a curated streaming service that showcases hand-selected films from around the world. Every day, they premiere a new film. Whether it's a timeless classic, a cult favorite, or an acclaimed masterpiece, there's always something new to discover. So do yourself a favor and go to mubi.com/entertaintheelk so you can start your 1-month free trial, see everything they have to offer, and start enjoying movies right now. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it and share it with a friend, and leave me a comment below. Tell me, what's your favorite movie stunt in film history? As always, make sure you're subscribed below, and also click the bell below so that way you're notified whenever a new video comes out. Otherwise, YouTube will just keep shoving more cat videos and political videos down your throat, and you'll completely miss everything I'm making here. I want to thank my patrons for supporting this video. If you want to help me make more videos, go check out my Patreon page. I'll have a link below. Patrons get early sneak peeks at what I'm working on and other cool rewards, so go check it out. Seriously, even a single dollar really helps. Thanks again everyone for watching this video, and I will see you all next time.